JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Basketball, produced by JRM Video Productions.
Coming to you from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, Steel City High School Hoops is ready for a North Hills showdown as the Pine-Richland Rams host the North Hills Indians in our Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week. And welcome courtside, everybody. I am Matt Foger, joined alongside the UFL-bound Johnny Patrician. Happy to have you along in today's broadcast as Pine-Richland gets set to take on North Hills. You know, these are two basketball schools, JP. They know how to win. They've won championships in the past. However, this year can be described as one thing, disappointing, as both of these teams have 12 losses coming into tonight. For Pine-Richland, they're 5-12. For North Hills, 6-12. North Hills lost 10 of their first 12 games of the season. Meanwhile, for Pine-Richland, of their 12 losses, 7 of them have come by 10 points or less, including 2 overtime games. These two teams think their seasons could have gone in a different direction, but the good news is there's still time to make that happen.
There's still time, and everything that these teams have set out for is still in front of them. As we talked about, Pine-Richland has lost 9 straight, and North Hills started the season 2-10, but they've won 4 out of 6, and they're playing their best basketball as of late.
Yeah, their last game against Baldwin, one of the perennial powers in 5A. We'll talk more about that later. Let's take a look at some of the players we'll be watching. For North Hills, Zach Palermo, he did not play in the game against Baldwin earlier on Saturday, so he's back after an illness, and the good news is they have their leading scorer get back. He averages 24 a game.
Yeah, 24 points a game definitely helps, and North Hills is going to need all that tonight. They lost to Pine-Richland on January 3rd, 50-28. So North Hills is going to need all those points tonight to make a difference in that matchup, the second one of the season between these two teams.
And for the homestanding Pine-Richland Rams, it's the junior Grant Spacapole. He is the guy that they're going to be looking through and facilitating. He averages 15 points a game. They're really keeping an eye on this junior.
15 points a game, the 6'3" guard, you know, he uses height as an advantage in the backcourt, and they're going to need him on the boards as well in the scoring factor tonight.
Both of these two teams vying for an opportunity to get into the postseason. There is that opening of the door. Fox Chapel, Seneca Valley, and Newcastle have all punched their ticket in Section 1 into the playoffs, but there are still 2 spots available and essentially 4 teams playing for those 2 spots. As you take a look at the Section 1 conference standings, Fox Chapel leading the way, but keeping in mind, Pine-Richland and North Hills, they played right with the cream of the crop, and they've taken down some of these top teams. It really is a toss-up in terms of what this conference has ended up being, and that's why Pine-Richland and North Hills believe if they get in, they can win.
Yeah, Matt, you really just got to get into the dance. You know, a lot of these teams here, they're playing for 3rd, 4th, 5th place in this conference, in this section rather, but as long as you get in, you got a chance to make some noise.
When we come back, we'll get you starting lineups and get ready for tip-off of this showdown in Gibsonia. Pine-Richland, North Hills, a rivalry renews when we come back. It's our Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
And now, the starting lineup for the visiting Northfield Indians. Number 4, Jackson Long. Number 20, Nathan Schonbacher.
Let's go over to public address announcer Jeff Seibert for the starting lineups of the Indians and the Rams.
Buzz Gabos, Jim Long, Mike White, and on the book, the infamous Larry Dorenkamp. And now the starting lineup for your Pine-Richland Rams. At center, 6'4" senior, number 35, Zach Kinney. At guard, 5'10" junior, number 22, Eli Catalano. At guard, 6'2" junior, number 11, Alex Kastner. At guard, 6'3" junior, number 3, Grant Spacciapoli. And at guard, 6'2" senior, number 2, Emery Moy. Your Rams are coached by Bob Petcash, assisted by Terry Wiggin and Sebastian Kasanovich.
All right, let's take a look at the GBU starting lineups for North Hills. Logan Ilnicki, Jackson Long, Nathan Sandbacher, Zachary Polero, and Ryan Carey. For Pine-Richland, they'll put out on the floor Emery Moy, Grant Spacciapoli, Alex Kastner, Eli Catalano, and Zach Kenny. The starting lineups brought to you by GBU Life. Protect what matters most now. Ryan Carey, the 6'3" senior, jumps against Emery Moy, the 6'2" senior. And North Hills Pine-Richland underway. Pine-Richland won the first meeting 70-57, a dominating performance at North Hills. Indians win the opening tip, driving inside, and a quick foul.
Matt, I'm really interested to see here how North Hills adjust. What are their changes from the first matchup here? They didn't have much offensive success in the first matchup, only scoring 28 points. Let's see early in the game here how they try to make a change to their success that they didn't have in game one.
And North Hills has to be feeling some confidence playing right with the Baldwin Highlanders. Double overtime loss back on Saturday. Spacciapoli puts in the 2, first bucket of the night for Grant.
Looked like North Hills went towards a little matchup zone there. Pine-Richland gets the ball into the post, gets a nice mid-range jumper by Spacciapoli.
North Hills controls the offense. Logan Ilnicki running with it is Long, going up strong, denied. Ball tipped away by Kenny and pushed back ahead by the Rams. It's Kastner to the bucket, counted and a foul! Alex Kastner!
Kastner had the 2-on-1 break. He had a man to his left, but went up strong with the right hand, gets an and one, takes it himself, does a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
We'll try to convert it here at the charity stripe. First shots of the night from the foul line. Alex Kastner does convert that three-point play, and it's a 5-0 lead for the homestanding Rams. Polero, fresh off that illness, did not play on Saturday in the loss to Baldwin, has it now. And it will line up at 3. Triple on the way that rims out. Rebound underneath. Not enough on it. Second chance opportunity there by Carey. Could have put it back.
Nice offensive rebound by Carey there. Goes up strong, but seems like he was too far underneath the hoop to get a good angle on his shot.
3 is good from 3. Grant Spacciapoli drains the tray.
And that's the last thing North Hills wants to see is Spacciapoli get hot, have confidence, get into his rhythm early into this game. Pine-Richland starting off the game on an 8-0 run.
NBA 3 from the sophomore Nathan Sandbacher.
The answer, that's what North Hills desperately needed to get, the icebreaker into this game.
Got two sophomores out of the floor for North Hills in Sandbacher and Jackson Long. And they get a turnover here as Carey came up with it, led it ahead to Sandbacher, who misses the layup, and a clear away rebound for Spacciapoli.
Would have loved to see Sandbacher play that 2-on-1 break differently. Dish it off to his man, his running partner.
Runner in the lane doesn't fall for Castor. 8-3 lead for the Rams. Errant pass traced down there by Long. Polero through everybody, some way, somehow.
Nice scoop shot. I didn't think that had a chance to go in. Drives through the lane with his left hand, gets the lefty lay to scoop in.
Jack Kenny stands with it at the foul line, moved it outside. Three is good, man. Alex Castor.
Has there been a missed shot yet? Jeez, oh man.
Everything seeming to be falling for the Rams, at least 11-5 early here in the opening frame here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Polero tries to throw up a three that doesn't fall. Moy gets the rebound, nearly fouled from behind. Kenny floating in the touch with the mid-range.
Kenny a little off balance there with his dribble, picks it up, gets to the pivot spot. Nice turnaround floater by him in the lane.
Polero. Jackson Long, the sophomore, outside to Carey. Ryan Carey to Polero one more time, and ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with North Hills. Ryan Carey, the 6'3 senior, also plays football. His dad's the head football coach, Pat Carey, for the Indians. We saw that back in our football season. Three is good. Zach Polero hits the triple.
Anytime Polero is getting an open look for North Hills, that's a win for them. They take that every time down the court if they could.
Castor bouncing to Spacciapoli.
North Hills back in their 2-3 zone defense here. Let's see how Pine-Richland attacks it.
Yeah, actually, head coach for the Pine-Richland Rams, Bob Petcatch, said he didn't think that they would play zone as much as they did in the first meeting. So we'll see how the adjustments made on this second meeting between these two teams. Empty on the try there for Pine, but they get a turnover. Spacciapoli the steal and the score.
Coast to coast by Spacciapoli, gets a steal on the defensive end, converts it to a lefty lay on the offensive end. Love to see that.
Tipped away, still loose, and traced down nicely. Catalano figured it out, handed it off. Spacciapoli at the foul line, moved it back outside to Moy, who settles. Castor.
And Matt, if Pine-Richland's going to keep hitting these shots from downtown, then North Hills is going to have to get out of their zone, which is what it looks like they've done on this possession here.
15-8, Pine-Richland lead. 3 minutes to go in the first. Open lane, but they dish out into the corner. Catalano thought about it, ends up giving it away to Moy, who goes to the rack and gets a whistle.
Nice extra pass there by Catalano to swing it to the open man.
It's going up against Moy. He gets called for the offensive. So North Hills gets the possession here, 15-8. They trail. These two teams fighting for their playoff lives tonight. More important for Pine-Richland than it is North Hills. North Hills is 5-5 in conference play. 3 on the way, in and out, would not fall for Sandbacher, and a whistle off the rebound.
You know, I think that
will go against North Hills.
Over the back.
Dulac, yep.
Seems like North Hills gone back to their man-to-man defense here.
Emery Moy. Castor looks for another three. That one well off.
Oh.
Fished for Sandbacher.
Nice entry pass in the post.
Triple. Polero, no. Second chance opportunity, ball's loose, 50-50 ball, and they'll call jump ball. Arrow goes to the Rams.
Gotta love Ryan Carey's effort for North Hills. He's going after every board. They're really trusting him and expecting him to get most of the dirty work down in the paint.
Nathan Natale, the 5'8 senior guard, checks in for Pine-Richland as Kastner, the three-point shooting specialist, takes the seat. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first. Around the horn for the Rams. Moy, under duress, get it! Bucket and the foul for Emery Moy.
Moy gets to his jump stop, gets to a nice strong position, goes up off 2 feet, gets the and one, has the strength to endure the foul and still get his shot up. Gets to the line after the bucket.
Ethan Gazinski checks in for North Hills as another opportunity. Pine-Richland 2 for 2 on three-point plays and a 10-point advantage for the Rams. Ryan Carey stands, foul line extended. Polero.
There needs to be some movement here on this North Hills offense. Everybody's standing around watching.
And he get the wow! How about it?
Wow.
Bucket and the foul for Jackson Long, and it took a long time to see whether or not he'd be going to the line for 2 or 1.
That's a good one. Shooter's touch, if you will. It hit every part of the rim before it went in.
Jackson Long converts, and there are three-point plays aplenty here in this opening
Everybody
quarter.
gets one.
Yeah, I'm telling you. 7-point ball game, 18-11, a minute to play, first quarter.
Dribble entry by Pine-Richland here. They're trying to get it to Kenny in the post.
Pine-Richland taking their time on the outside perimeter here. Lost control of the basketball. Emery Moy settled it, was able to save that possession. Catalano, a 3 off the back iron, loose, and a foul. It's going to go against North Hills. Clapping and approval is Nathan Natale. Logan Ilnicki picks up the foul. It's his second foul, 5th on the Indians here in the first. Of course, high school basketball adopting the 5 fouls per quarter rule. No 1-and-1s anymore.
How do you feel about that, Matt?
You know, I guess I'm still undecided. I mean, maybe me starting to sound old, I just like it the old way.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I don't have a reason for why I like it the old way either. I mean, if your goal is to shorten the games and make them faster, I think they certainly are.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Because, boy, I mean, you know, if you sat in a high school gym for, you know, that double bonus that just, and everybody's, you know, fouling over and over again, those games just never seem to end. But pros and cons as there is anything with change.
You're right. North Hills desperately needs a bucket here to get some momentum at the end of this quarter.
Looks like they'll play for the final shot. Was Gabos at his 18th season leading the pack at North Hills. Polero got it. The 2 to go with 2 seconds.
Tough bucket by Polero. That's exactly what they needed to end the quarter.
Kastner, last-ditch effort doesn't fall, but you nailed it, JP. They trim the deficit, and after 8 minutes, Pine-Richland has a 6-point advantage over their foes up here in the North Hills. Pine-Richland 19, North Hills 13. Come back with us on the Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Lincoln Park's film and broadcast track, in my opinion, is the way to go. The reason being is because you learn industry standard, and right out of high school you can land a job
doing that real world experience and hearing it from a teacher that's worked in the field, you get all those things that you'll automatically be able to do. It is actually so much fun to do a lot of different stuff that other people don't get to do anywhere.
Have a nice day, family.
What would they do without me?
Can someone fix my hair?
Must have cheesy eggs.
I can't find my keys.
No! Annoying! Never! I'm the king of
Oh, I need some help.
I better get more life insurance.
You're irreplaceable, but a life insurance policy from GBU Life can provide your family with the resources for a well-planned future. Visit gbu.org to get started.
Disney Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Concert Tour. A one-of-a-kind concert experience coming summer 2025. Live on stage singing all the hits. Starring Kylie Cantrell, Freya Sky, Malia Baker, Malachi Barton, Daryl Renee, Joshua Collins, and McConnon Knight. Disney Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Concert Tour. Tickets on sale now at DescendantsZombiesLive.com. I'm rocking to the core.
And we welcome you back here for this second quarter of our Steel City Hoops Game of the Week. Pine-Richland leads North Hills 19-13 with Johnny Patrician, Matt Fargo with you on this Tuesday night in January. Both of these teams looking to extend their seasons into February and beyond if they can get into the postseason. Three there, that's no good by Polero, but he gets his own rebound after the long rebound. Three, that clangs off rim after Jackson Long, but another opportunity, and North Hills comes up 0 for on the three chances.
Well, that was a set play that North Hills came out in following the quarter break, and that's exactly what they wanted, a Polero three, and that's what they got. He just wasn't able to convert.
Polero to the rack and fouled. He'll go to the line after Zach Kenny on the other end missed a layup. North Hills, Polero says, doesn't seem like it. There's some young Ram fans getting fired up. It's one of my favorite things to see the younger generation support high school sports. Like, they look at the kids on the floor like they are the professionals.
Well, it's youth night here tonight at Pine-Richland, so all the elementary and middle school kids were invited, I guess, which, are they not invited every other night? Are they not allowed here?
Open invitation.
Anybody under the age of 10 is not allowed in any other night.
I know that'd be a Johnny Patrician rule.
No, everybody's welcome.
North Hills cuts into this lead now, 19-15. Pine-Richland led it by as many as 10 at an 18-8 advantage. Ball movement here by Pine-Richland as Kessner stops at the foul line, moved it outside. Moy fading into it, can't get it to go. Catalano pulled it out, back outside, Spacchiapoli, yes! Grant hits a tray.
Great offensive rebound there by Catalano. Throws it back up to the top of the key. Wide open three-pointer.
Spacchiapoli can shoot it from beyond the arc, there's no doubt. Inside stop and pop for Polero, doesn't fall. Grant traces down the rebound for the Rams. One and done opportunity for North Hills. Now we'll pull up for a triple that's well off the mark. North Hills, Jackson Long traces it down.
That was a heat check there by Spacciopoli.
Yeah.
Really not the best shot selection, but when your best player and highest scorer jacks it up, you got to imagine he has the ultimate green light for Pine-Richland.
Sandbacher drives and kicks. Valero calling for a screen, doesn't get it. He'll work inside, and then it's going to be a foul on the floor. Getting a little bit too habeas corpus. Alex Kastner getting called for the foul. His first, team second of this quarter. Saw the Pine-Richland bench. Terry Wigan, an assistant coach, also assistant at Duquesne University. Up and foul.
Pine-Richland bailed Polero out there.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go. He was stuck with the ball, picked up his dribble, bailed him out by fouling him there.
There you see Bob Petcash, head coach of the Rams, took over in 2020, was a longtime assistant, won Whitfield titles in 16 and 17 under then head coach Jeff Ackerman, who's now at Baldwin. But Petcash is an Ambridge grad, and his full-time job, he's an oral surgeon. Also coaches high school basketball on the side.
Wow.
His sons, Andrew, Dan, and Joey, all played at Pine-Richland, by the way. 22-17 after the foul shots. As the Rams bring it up the floor. It's Emery Moy controlling.
A lot slower pace here in the second quarter than the first quarter.
There was no feeling out process in that first quarter.
Both teams came out extremely hot.
Right-handed, Alex Kastner splashes that one in.
Nice patient dribble by Kastner there to get in the lane. Takes his time on the floater, nothing but net.
Driving is Long, under pressure, pulls it out. Schonbacher spinning at the foul line and rolling it right back outside. Polero going through traffic in the lane, can't get it. Wow. Moy, the board.
Wanted a foul there. North Hills Loyals thought that he deserved one.
Spacciopoli goes through everybody and earns a whistle.
Nice James Harden Euro step right there.
Grant going international on us.
Low dribble. Picks it up, gets to his spot, and now he's at the line.
Here's Grant Spacciopoli, 6'3" junior, drains it. Eli Wentz into the game for Pine-Richland, wearing one in your Ram program. Jackson Long, the sophomore, operates the offense. Wide open look there to Polero, and he'll go up for it.
Nice bucket coming off the curl there by Polero. Gets to the low block. Difficult shot.
Falling away there is Moy, and we'll take another look at that.
North Hills is really getting to their sets, their half-court plays here, trying to get Polero to his spot because they need some buckets to get back into this game. They've been playing from a deficit the entire first half so far.
Emery Moy to the line, and Bob Petcash was very high on his senior, said he's really progressed as this season has gone on and stepped up in big ways to, when you have so many losses throughout the early portion of the season, it starts to become more of a mental game than it does anything you're doing on the floor.
Well, sometimes that's the best thing to happen for a team. You get the losses out of your system early, and then you're playing with house money. Get some confidence as the latter part of the season goes on and try to get hot before the playoffs.
Three that doesn't fall for Long. Rebound for the Indians, it's loose, Long got to it. Far side, Sandbacher thought about it. Now he lines up the three, doesn't fall. Moy Pushes, no look. Spacciapoli, no, can't finish the layup. Rebound loose. Traced down by Kastner. Nicely done by the Rams, and they reset. Dish inside to Kenny. Kenny in the lane. Can't get it to go. Trying to get some paint points. Rams still find it. Spacciapoli can't. He gets another and recycles his own trash to get two.
He gets two gritty rebounds there. Gets his own miss, puts it back up. I thought he was going to throw it back out for the open three, but he took care of business on his own there.
And a timeout taken by North Hills, the largest lead of the night. Rams have extended it to 11. And the Indians want to talk things over, but gritty is the word right now for Pine-Richland. Take a look at what these teams have done coming into tonight. Pine-Richland, 14 games, 71 points per game, just over the 1,000-point mark. North Hills, less offensively, but they also have better defensive numbers. You see the 15 games played, North Hills has given up 1,147 points in the comparison to 982 for Pine-Richland. So there is some discrepancies there. North Hills better offensively, Pine-Richland better defensively. And North Hills Indians hoping they could turn things around, but there's Bob Petcash. Full season. Some very talented sons played here at the home of the Rams. Polero through everybody, can't finish. Nice job by Eli Wentz. Traced down the loose basketball. Wentz, no look pass to give it away to Kastner for a triple. Alex Kastner.
Nice pass by Wentz there, did all the hard work. Left Kastner wide open. Out above the arc there. Kastner, easy shot for him. Their three-point percentage this half has to be sky high.
Second foul on Kastner. Fourth on the Rams. Here with 2:54 to play in our second quarter. Loose. Eli Wentz coming off the bench. A steal. Eli Wentz's score.
And that's the surge they want from him coming off the bench. He provides defense. He provides ball pressure. And that's exactly what he's in for right there.
Deep triple. Polero needed it. No good. But Sandbacher a putback.
Since Wentz has been in, he's provided nothing but energy, defense, and offensive open looks
He's been fun to
Pine-Richland.
watch. Kastner pulls it away with 2:15. Loose basketball and a whistle. It's going to go on the Indians. Ryan Carey picks up his second. Indians third. Another look at the steal and score by Eli Wentz. Inbound, Spacciapoli pulls up at the elbow, in and out. Ryan Carey the board.
Nice pump fake, one dribble to get to a spot, pull up. It looked pretty, just didn't go in. North Hill's going with a two-man game here. They still got to get more movement, set some screens. They're just letting one guy dribble and everybody else is watching.
And a hand check foul that will send North Hills to the line. Kastner picks up the foul. His first, oh no, this is going to be Wentz picking up the foul. Polero at the line. Good on the first. Wentz, great minutes for the Rams. It's an approval and appreciation from his teammates and coaches as he hits the bench.
Well deserved.
Polero's Second is in and out and no good, tipped away and into the hands of North Hills, handed right back off. Polero off the window.
Best case scenario for North Hills right there.
2 for 1.
Yep, hit the first, miss the second, get it back and get a bucket.
And that's 3 points really an old-fashioned way, or the new-fashioned way. 11-point game in an empty set there for Pine-Richland as North Hills resets. Polero another 3 off the rim, no good, an easy uncontested board for Moy.
North Hills needed that to go in. That would have been nice to get some momentum before the half.
Shuffling there by Kenny, lost it. Back come the Indians, it's Polero behind the D, 2 more.
Thought Polero got away with one on the defensive end there. Ended up in a one-man fast break.
And has cut the deficit right back down to 9. North Hills going on a mini run of their own here to slow down a Pine-Richland lead that was as many as 11. 35-26. Pine looks to hang on to this, potentially for the final shot of the quarter and the half.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot here. No shot clock in high school basketball. That's another subject we can cover later.
Ball off the rim, no good. Put back opportunity. That doesn't fall. 5 seconds to go. Ball's loose. Picked back up by Long. Long with 1 second. Puts it up at the buzzer. Good if it goes. It does not. And that's the way the first half comes to an end. Pine-Richland, a 9-point advantage over North Hills. 35-26 going into the locker room. We will catch our breath and come back with our halftime show, get our thoughts, and get you ready for the second half between the Indians and the Rams. You're watching live coverage of the Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week right here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Lincoln Park's film and broadcast track, in my opinion, is the way to go. The reason being is because you learn industry standard, and right out of high school you can land a job.
Doing that real world experience and hearing it from a teacher that's worked in the field, you get all those things that you'll automatically be able to do. It is actually so much fun to do a lot of different stuff that other people don't get to do anywhere.
Quiet on set? No way. This is Jake's time to shine, and Ryan's, and our crew. Cameras, check. Drones, check. Checking that shot we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here capturing this action. This is when we get to work, to bring you every moment live, no matter what. Broadcasting changes everything. Transform how you experience the game with JRM Video Production.
And we'll welcome you back inside Pine-Richland Area High School, where it is the Rams leading the North Hills Indians 35-26. PR over NH. Back with Johnny Patricia, Matt Fargo here with you. We've been covering high school hoops since the turn of the new year here on SportsNet Pittsburgh, and of course even before with our Holiday Hoops Classic back there with PPG Paints Arena in December. Well, there's a chance for you now to vote on our final game of the regular season. You can decide against Moon and Montour, Beaver and Avonworth, and Central Valley at Quaker Valley. Some really good and playoff position section championships on the line in all three of these games. I don't know that you could go wrong, but I'm curious where JP would want to go.
I would go Moon at Montour. I saw Montour and Moon play earlier this year. Just didn't play each other,
right?
And I'd be interested to see them play each other. Both good players on both teams, and both teams that will be playing in the playoffs. I think that's a little preview we can see there.
Well, you can scan the QR code and make your vote heard as that game, by the way, the Moon-Montour game was an overtime game. The first meeting between the two teams, Montour won that game in OT. So Moon hit a buzzer beater to send it to OT. So it was an electric game the first time around. But I think an unsung hero, an unsung game is that Central Valley and Quaker Valley game. I think the Warriors and the Quakers might be my pick as you take another look at that. So scan the QR code, and it will be up on our JRM social medias as well if you need to see it again to make your vote. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more about this first half. Get you ready for the second half as Pine-Richland celebrates their youth here on Youth Night in Gibsonia. And we're coming back here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. And we'll welcome you back to Pine-Richland 35-26. PR leads North Hills with Johnny Patrician, Matt Fargo with you here tonight from Gibsonia, where the Rams lead the Indians at the break. And you know what? This game, JP, we talked about at the Open, so important for both of these teams. They want to get into the postseason, and this win for either of them goes a long way to securing one of those two remaining spots. But both teams playing like it, have gritty play, and for North Hills, finding themselves down a couple times, and they've kind of roared back to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, they won't go away. They're showing their toughness and resiliency, and this is a four-quarter game. And all of these conference games at the end of the year, they mean a lot in terms of playoff standings.
Mentioned that these two teams have a 3-7 for Pine-Richland record, and North Hills 5-5 coming into this, and then North Hills was starting to pick their way after Pine-Richland had a lot of success, and probably the guy most notably of it, Grant Spaggiopoli. He's really commanded things for the Rams.
Yeah, he has. He's been, the high point for the Rams so far tonight, and obviously Polero for North Hills, but somebody else for North Hills has to get going. A lot of times Polero is just dribbling around, going one-on-one versus everybody. Somebody else needs to step up and make some big shots for North Hills in the second half.
Hard to believe that North Hills 18 days ago had 2 wins. Then they beat North Allegheny, then they beat Woodland Hills, and started to find their rhythm in the conference. Pine-Richland, meanwhile, they started out a little hot and have cooled off since then. Who will be hot down the stretch when we come back? We'll get you ready for the second half. You've been watching the GBU Life highlights of the first half. Who will make the highlight package in the second half? Come back and find out with us. It's the Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week, and we're coming back with you right after this on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Have a nice day, family.
What would they do without me?
Can someone fix my hair?
Must have cheesy eggs.
I can't find my keys.
No! Annoying! Never! I'm the king of
Oh, I need some help.
I better get more life insurance.
You're irreplaceable, but a life insurance policy from GBU Life can provide your family with the resources for a well-planned future. Visit gbu.org to get started.
Keep it here all month long as JRM Sports brings you the best high school basketball matchups in the Whitfield. This is Steel City High School Hoops. All the dunks, the buzzer beaters, and the three-pointers. Only on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Pine-Richland, North Hills rivalry. Pine-Richland, North Hills, second half about to be underway. The student section of Pine-Richland into it as Bob Petcash looks on, see if his Rams can get a win at home, keep their playoff hopes alive here tonight. In the lane, no good for the shot there by Emery Moy. North Hills puts out their starters in an open path. Jackson Long didn't need much help there.
During the half, Mac, we talked about somebody other than Polero stepping up for North Hills. That's exactly what they needed by Jackson Long getting a quick bucket.
Back the other way, Eric Castor came in to this second half with 11 points. Spacchiapoli had 14 for Pine-Richland, and Polero led the way for all getters with 18. Long, bouncing inside, Carey, big fella, 2.
Nice pass in between the trees down there in the paint. Carey gets on the board.
Rams lead by 7. Minute gone by here in the third quarter.
The best way to slowly creep back into one of these games is to get stops. That's what North Hills needs to focus on. Up the defense, up the ball pressure here. Get the scrappy rebounds and steals and, you know, claw your way back into this game.
Pine-Richland in no hurry. Kastner back outside. Kenny, a 3, no. And there's a putback opportunity there by Emery Moy.
Somebody didn't box out down there for North Hills. That easy of a rebound put back that close to the hoop shouldn't happen.
That will get the hair being pulled out by Coach Buzz. You get the stop you need.
Right.
3, Polero short. Loose. Rams clear it away. Kastner tried to go coast to coast with it. Out of bounds, knocked out by Sandbacher.
Looks like a Gatorade cap made its way onto the court.
Catalano the trigger and a steal. Sandbacher with the steal, led it ahead. Polero off the window, 2 more. That's 20 for 24.
Man, North Hills got to the offensive end quick there.
Fading away there is Spacchiapoli, can't finish. Rams in behind the D, and now putting that one in is Nathan Sandbacher for 2 more.
Don't look now, it's a 5-point game.
Here come the Indians. And just like that, head coach for the Rams, Bob Petcatch, says, I need a timeout.
Much needed timeout there. Seems like North Hills came out of the halftime firing, a little more motivation. Pine-Richland was going through the motions so far the second half.
But like, what a great 2 minutes and 30 seconds out of the break. If you're on the other side for Buzz Gabos, it didn't start that way, but Polero, you know what's something that I saw the game against North Hills and Baldwin, it was here on SportsNet Pittsburgh. The thing, and there's, you see Buzz Gabos, head coach of the Indians, it's almost surprising and amazing to me that North Hills played right with Baldwin without Polero.
That's unbelievable, yeah.
Like, and you see how integral he is in their offense, and you say, wow, what else do you have here? Because they played right with them, one of the best teams in 5A just a few days ago.
Yeah, that's why they make you play the game. Maybe Baldwin was taking them lightly, went out the night before.
3 for Zach Kenny that doesn't fall. And the Rams have gotten cold from beyond the arc after they started this ball game hot. A couple of threes, most of them from Alec Kastner. Polero doing it all himself. 3-point game.
It's exactly what the doctor ordered for North Hills. And Pine-Richland needs to put an end to this run here for North Hills.
Spacchiapoli doesn't get the 3. Another 3 missed, but this time the Rams trace down a rebound. Kastner thought about pulling up, but instead was able to hand it off.
Seems like North Hills is playing harder so far in this second half here than Pine-Richland is. Pine-Richland has taken their foot off the gas, it seems.
Yeah, there's not an open moment to just hang out with the basketball right now for the Rams. Spacchiapoli. Up top, Catalano. Catalano at the foul line. Outside 3, Kastner, no. And a rebound, North Hills. Sandbacher,
wow.
2 more.
Matt, I tell you what I love is how quickly North Hills is getting up the court after a missed shot by Pine-Richland. North Hills isn't even getting into their half-court offense. They're just getting to 3-on-2 breaks, 2-on-1 breaks, and they're capitalizing on the other end.
Transition points, the name of the game here in the second half for the Indians. Spacchiapoli almost lost it, was able to regain control.
Pine-Richland has been leading the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. Matt, North Hill's looking to take their first lead of the game. Is that correct?
Foul, I believe you're right. Foul. The third, I beg your pardon. Going against Jackson Long. Wide open look, Kastner, he's not gonna miss that.
Oh, they really needed that. Just when North Hills almost had an opportunity to take the lead, now they don't.
Sandbacher, a three that doesn't fall. And a foul on the other end. It's going to be Ryan Carey. Can't leave him that wide open, the sharpshooter for the Rams.
Yeah, he shot that with confidence.
You can't see the bow and arrows or the finger guns anymore. PIAA banning it. Will be an automatic ejection and potential suspension.
Ejection?
Ejection.
Wow.
Yeah, that just came across
from the
PIAA.
Did something happen?
I think it, as Emery Moy gets to, I think it has become more popular.
Is that what the kids are doing now these days?
That's what the kids are doing. I remember every once in a while you would see it, but I mean, it certainly wasn't an epidemic.
No. The finger gun?
Yeah. Bucket and the foul, too, for Nathan Sandbacher.
He's come alive so far in the second half here.
Just
That's
a
what
sophomore.
we talked about. Good size for a sophomore. 6'3" guard.
That one pops out and out of bounds, stays with North Hills. Trailing by 4, 2:41 to go in the third.
Be ready. And be ready. Go in. Off the back.
Tipped away, race for the basketball, and Pine-Richland can't save it. Indians will maintain control, but will have to do it from the backcourt now. Polero on the right hand. Sorry, JP.
No, bad timing on my part. Polero's finally getting some help here from his fellow teammates.
Dish inside to rejection. Emery Moy, the denial.
I like North Hill's game plan of putting Polero in the high post around the elbow there, trying to feed it in there to him. Thought he had an easy layup, came around the corner and got it thrown out of bounds.
Lob this one right into the hands of Kastner, and Kastner misses the layup, and it's traced down by Carey.
North Hills got lucky there. Aaron
Sandbacher.
pass there by North Hills of the inbounds.
Outside triple off the rim, no good. That one no good from Long. Kastner
Thought about
bouncing
it.
Yeah, he did. Catalano pulls it out. Ball movement here to Moy. Moy, amongst the sea of red, can't come up with anything. Sandbacher, coast to coast, and a block. Kastner gets another.
His coach is going to tell him he should have went up with the left hand, goes up with the right and gets it thrown off the glass. But either way, nice display of athleticism by him going coast to coast. You can see his confidence has increased the second half as he's gotten some buckets to fall.
He had 35 points in a loss against Shady Side Academy, his high on the season. 35 for a sophomore.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's big time. And we're under a minute to go. We get a foul here on the Indians. Third team foul charged. Second foul going against Nathan Sandbacher. Schanbacher has really stepped it up here in the second half of play. It seems like Pine-Richland's become a little complacent.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. I agree. They're slowing down. Doesn't seem like they're hustling back on defense. Transition defense has been lackluster in the second half so far.
20 seconds here in the third. 4-point game. Spacciapoli, three, good! Grant Spacciapoli. Three at the buzzer. Polero!
Oh, man.
Answers at the buzzer. Wow. A huge triple for Zach Polero. And we go to the fourth with this one far from over. 47-43, Pine-Richland needs North Hills. Here are the Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Trout Plumbing is a registered and insured master plumber that services the South Hills. They offer a variety of services, including camera inspections and dye testing. Trout Plumbing also offers a veteran and senior citizen discount. When in doubt, call the Trout at 412-983-8106.
Disney Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Concert Tour. A one-of-a-kind concert experience coming summer 2025. Live on stage, singing all the hits. Tickets on sale now at DescendantZombiesLive.com.
At Laway, we understand the power of personalization. From hats to water bottles, our expert services include screen printing, embroidery, and a variety of promotional items. We also specialize in team sports gear. What truly sets Laway apart is our dedicated design team, including our talented on-staff graphic designers and exponential customer service. Choose Laway to make a lasting impression on and off the field.
Keep it here all month long as JRM Sports brings you the best high school basketball matchups in the Whitfield. This is Steel City High School Hoops. All the dunks, the buzzer beaters, and the three-pointers. Only on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Fourth quarter action begins here from Pine-Richland, 47-43, and it's a bucket and a foul to start. Polero gets the and one to try to cut the deficit 2-1.
Great set play there by North Hills coming out of the break. Polero on the backdoor cut. Great entry feed by Long. Gets the and one.
Polero to the line here to cut it to one, and he does. Polero with 28 points, leads all scorers. And it's a one-point game here with the whole chunk of this fourth quarter still to play. And that one, an errant pass goes over the head of Wentz. He was able to save it only momentarily as Schanbacher gets the steal. Let it ahead to Palermo, who puts it in with the left hand.
North Hills' first lead of the game.
Good time for it, a 48-47 advantage.
For a while in the first half, this had the makings of a blowout, it felt like. The other way.
Did. No, you're right. Keeping in mind that North Hills fell to Pine-Richland 70-57 in the first meeting between these two teams. It was 70 to 54. Was that final? Stop and pop at the foul line off the front of the rim, doesn't fall, and underneath a foul. Foul goes the third on Ryan Carey, or fourth foul on Ryan Carey, I beg your pardon, as he's going to take a seat. So a big fella and a big cog of why North Hills has found their way in.
Yeah, he's getting all the gritty, tough, cheap trash rebounds, steals down there in the paint. He's done a lot of the hard work for North Hills to get back into this game.
Vacciapoli maintains the offense here in the fourth. Kastner has a couple triples tonight. Loose, take it away, and two more for Palermo. Palermo gets the two. 50-47, North Hills.
Nice pickpocket by Palermo to tap it to his teammate. Teammate throws it ahead. I love how quickly North Hills is getting back down on the court, turning defense to offense.
Moy in traffic, threw one to the net and it falls.
Oh.
And they're gonna call goaltending? No basket. Waving the basket off.
That's a shame because I think it was gonna go in anyways, even without him pulling the net.
There's the bucket by Palermo.
Pine-Richland is lucky they didn't call a foul on that breakaway layup there.
I'm with you. Zach Palermo has taken over here in the second half for the Indians. These two teams fighting for their playoff lives. North Hills 6-12, Pine-Richland 5-12. Spinning travel. Sure did. But even with the overall records, the most important thing is what they are in the section. North Hills is 5-5, and Pine-Richland at 3-7. Right now, North Hills sits in the playoffs. If it were to start prior to tonight. Air ball of three does Catalano, and the ball now whistled towards the Indians. Out of bounds.
Catalano looked like it had a pretty shot there. Just overshot it a little bit. Now North Hills, believe it or not, has a chance to extend this lead. Now North Hills has gotten back into this game by speeding things up, turning defense into offense quickly. But I wonder, as the game goes on here, as you're trading buckets, allow Catalano to go to work, go one-on-one, and slow the things down here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, we have more high school basketball for you coming up next week as the Blackhawk Cougars take on the Chartiers Valley Colts next Monday, right here on SportsNet Pittsburgh, a part of our girl-boy doubleheader. Prior to that, you'll see the Chartiers Valley Lady Colts take on the South Fayette Lions. Doubleheader Monday for you on SportsNet Pittsburgh. Here at the home of the Rams, won the WPIL football championship over Peters Township. Pine-Richland, great school district, great athletics. JP, you're shaking your head like the Central man that you are.
Still bitter in some ways.
You have any good Central Pine-Richland basketball matchups in your day?
I do. I had 22 points here in this building one night here when they made cardboard cutouts of my face and like drew mustache on my face and put
There's a pocket
pimples
pick.
all over it.
Kastner, steal and score. Big time play there from the junior.
I had really bad acne in high school, and the Pine-Richland student section chanted proactive every time I touched the ball.
No.
I'll never forget that. But it turned
Years
me
of
into the man
therapy.
who I am.
Logan Ilnicki inside. Schenbacher in the paint, just throws one up. Boy, it rolls in. Shooter's roll there. (52-49). In for a good one down the stretch, boy. It seems it's headed that direction as Kastner guarded against the sophomore Schenbacher, moved it outside. Coming up on the 4-minute halfway mark of this final regulation frame, and Spaggiopoli banks open.
Wow.
The Bank of Grant.
Might have been a lucky shot, might have been a skillful shot, but we'll never know. Either way, it counts as 2.
Lucky or good, counts for 2.
Yep.
Foul line for Ilnicki. 3 on the way. Good from the far corner. Jackson Long makes it a 4-point game and answer on the other end.
Oh,
Kastner,
man.
3-ball from the wing.
Killer for North Hills. They didn't find their matchup on the back half of the floor after the big 3.
Back and forth we go here in the 4th. Bolero and now Ilnicki, and Jackson Long involved in this as they play catch. Schenbacher, projection, swatted out of the atmosphere there by Julian Hensel. Now a 3, Spaggiopoli misses. Rebound North Hills and Ilnicki.
Wow, a lot of energy right now in this building. Every shot that goes up, everybody holds their breath.
2:50 to play in regulation. Far side wing, Schenbacher. Foul line at the elbow now. Back over to Schenbacher, and they play catch with it to the near side. Pulling up at the foul line.
Wow.
Oh, it rolls in for Logan Ilnicki, the dual sport athlete.
Man, they were letting him shoot it. Pine-Richland wanted him to prove that he could make that shot, and he did it with confidence. Sometimes those wide open ones are the harder ones to make.
57-54. Rams trail coming up on 2:10. Running the baseline, and a foul. Up and fouled is Emery Moy. And the senior heads to the line with the clock stopped at 2:09. Some of the highlights of this second half. That 3 by Alex Kastner. An answer, as meanwhile, first shot is good for Emery Moy. Back out on the floor comes 4-fouled Ryan Carey. So he's playing to not be a spectator. And rolls that one in and out.
This might come down to a game of free throws here, Matt.
Certainly seems that way. Ilnicki bouncing it over to Polero.
Pine-Richland going to a zone here.
Indians not in a hurry. Playoffs on the line in this section contest. Ilnicki moved it outside. 1:30 to play.
Polero needs to go get the ball.
There's Polero outside. 3 open look in and out. And Spaggiopoli lost it off of the Indians, they will say. And it will be Pine-Richland basketball. Take another look. Missed 3. And then out. And that one went out on Pine-Richland. They're gonna get one here. front of the home fans. No reviews in high school.
No challenge flags.
Nope. Tipped away, Polero took it away from Spacchiapoli, and he's up and fouled. And Polero goes to the line. Grant Spacchiapoli had his pocket picked. And then Polero will go to the line, try to extend a 2-point lead. Senior guard misses his first, has 32 points on the night. Zach Kenny returns for Pine-Richland to add some height. 6'4" senior returns. One of the starters on this Pine-Richland squad. Big shot here. Polero hits.
What I love about Polero is, usually a lot of times in high school when a player scores so much like he does, they don't play any defense. But he plays both ends of the floor.
And Pine-Richland throws the ball out of bounds. Emery Moy tosses it out. It will be North Hills basketball with 57 seconds left. And Pine-Richland takes a timeout. An ill-advised toss out of bounds as the Rams, knowing they need to set something up here. What's the thought process, JP? I'm always interested in how do you feel? When do you foul? How early do you foul? Who you foul? Or are you comfortable in your defense to try to force a turnover and not foul? You have 3 fouls to give before they're going to the line prior to any shots being made. So what's the thought process here?
I think there's enough time left where you don't need to foul yet. I still think you let the boys play for a little bit, try to get a steal, try to get a stop on defense before you're in the dire need of sending somebody to the free throw line.
But keep in mind that you still need enough time to make sure you get to the 5 fouls. That's the only downside of, I guess, that part of it. Pine-Richland and North Hills. North Hills lost 10 of their first 12 games to open the season. Won 4 out of their last 5 before falling to Baldwin on Saturday in double overtime. They've turned their season around quickly. And Pine-Richland, 7 of their 12 losses have come by 10 points or less. Seasons could look so different. There's a foul. Prior to the inbound, a foul against Pine-Richland's Eli Catalano.
And Matt, Pine-Richland has lost 9 straight. This would be a killer, knowing that they had an 11-point lead in this game and end up losing it.
Sandbacher, cross court. Good ball, intercepted, taken away, Moy. Moy gets the turnover they needed and then throws it off a leg. It will stay Pine-Richland basketball, and I think a timeout's coming, and Bob Petcash takes one here. We'll have 2 left.
Now you got to find a way to get Spacchiapoli a shot here. Down 3, your ball, under a minute left to play. You go to your best play here. Coming out of bounds, out of a timeout. You have to have a play if you're Coach Petcash in your back pocket to get him open to tie this game here.
58-55. Pine-Richland dominated really most of that first half, but North Hills did enough to fight their way back late in the half to keep it in, and then they really unleashed their best play in the third quarter, and they were able to take the lead for the first time. We've gone back and forth. Mentioned to set the game. Pine-Richland, if they lose this game, they are going to be not mathematically out, but they're going to basically need to win out if they lose this game, which they are almost in that situation now, being at 3-7 in the section. after the timeout. Pine-Richland. Emery Moy. Zach Kenny, he just goes for the three to tie the game. Zach Kenny says, I'll take it. Tie ball game at 58, 27 seconds to play.
I think North Hills had all their attention on Spaccioli. They didn't think Kenny would take that shot.
And now the Indians with 15 seconds. Down to 10 seconds.
Polero has to go get the ball.
And with 9, timeout North Hills. The senior hits the triple and with a smirk says we're not going away that easy.
What a roller coaster of a game this has been. He shot it with complete confidence. He knew it was going in.
There was no doubt. Here on Youth Night at Pine-Richland. And would you want this any other way? The way these two seasons have gone, a roller coaster season and a roller coaster game. And who knows, momentum in games like this can lead to bigger things if you punch your ticket to the postseason.
And both these teams know how important this game is. Really, this is like a win or go home game. This is almost a playoff game.
You know, it's dare I say, win or play baseball season.
Yeah. It's unbelievable we're almost a baseball season.
I know.
It feels like football season just.
You know. Wow. So with 9 seconds, JP, North Hills, do you put it in the man who's really done everything for you? 33 of the Indians' 58 points have come from the hand of 24, Zach Polero.
Yes. You give it to Polero. He's been the best player on the court tonight. Let him go to work. In worst case scenario, go to the foul line.
5 seconds, moved it outside, moving over his long three for the win, in and out. And the buzzer sounds. We'll go to overtime here at Pine-Richland. OT with these North Hills foes. We'll take a break and come back with overtime. 58 all, North Hills, Pine-Richland here on SportsNet Pittsburgh.
Complicated payment processing slowing you down? Tired of the same old event management system? Wishing your donation campaigns could run themselves? We can help. Whether you're with a corporation, EMS agency, fire department, school, or small business, eServices payment technology has something for you. What started as a top-notch payment processing system has turned into a digital phenomenon. Digital payments, membership management, fund drive optimization, marketing consulting, and reserved seating. Yes, schools, I'm talking to you. If you have a payment, we have a simplified process. Visit eServicesStack.com today to organize your organization.
We're back to Pine-Richland for overtime between Pine-Richland and North Hills. North Hills assistant coach, longtime scholastic editor of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Mike White, announced his semi-retirement from the newspaper just a few weeks ago. Games like this might put him into full retirement.
I know, I talked to him before the game. He said semi-retired. I said, what does that even mean?
See, you can't walk all the way away from high school sports. High school hoops, high school basketball. You can't walk away from it. You can't walk away from this one until we find out a winner. 4 minutes on the clock in OT for the Rams and the Indians. Back-to-back overtime games for North Hills. Played one on Saturday. It went to double overtime between the Highlanders and Indians. How will the Rams and Indians fare? Well, Pine-Richland wins the jump. Both of these teams have had this game won, JP, but here we sit in overtime.
Yeah. It's really who wants it more, Matt. North Hills played so much better in the second half. They wanted it more in the second half, and they fought, scratched, and clawed back into this game. Then they almost had it won. And now we get extra time, and I get paid time and a half for being here late, don't I?
Oh, yeah. Yep. You are a minute-by-minute employee, brother. Baciopoli threw everybody. Not enough on it. Pulled down by the Indians and Ryan Carey. And now North Hills first trip in overtime off a fingertip and intercepted by Zach Kenny, who was the hero for the Rams, hitting the game-tying three. Baciopoli. He has 19 tonight. Three, good! By Eli Catalano.
Much needed shot by Catalano. I knew sooner or later one of those threes was going to go in tonight by him.
Catalano hits a three. The junior drains one that makes it 61-58. And a timeout taken by North Hills with 2:30 to play in overtime.
Catalano chose the perfect time for one to sink in tonight. He's been waiting all night. He's had a couple go in and out. Doesn't get more timely than that.
And make sure you're following us on social media at JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube for real-time content and highlights all season long and all high school sports. JRM Sports has you covered on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Give us a follow for exclusive content throughout our coverage.
And give us a follow.
Yeah. How would you do that?
At JP5_ERA on Twitter and Instagram. It'll be worth your time.
The era continues.
The era continues. It
and
never
I said
stops.
it earlier. Congratulations, UFL bound Johnny Patrician.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Another step in the right direction. It's all about the journey.
Well, the journey here continues for the Indians as they trail by 3. They move the ball. Good ball movement by the Indians here with 2:19 to play. Bill Nicky and Jackson Long, the sophomore, played tremendous tonight. Bill Nicky with 2 minutes. 3, it's deep. Polero, no. Rebound, Moy. Foul is called. Foul's going to be the 5th on Ryan Carey and end his night. Caden Lowry takes his spot. Lowry, a 6'5" senior. Gained 2 inches for the 6'3" Carey, but lose a couple of pounds.
Carey gets an early shower, but his presence was felt in the paint tonight.
Under 2 to go, hounded by Polero, and he'll finally get the foul. Polero picks up his 2nd foul. Inbound from right in front of us, going to the backcourt. Emery Moy with 1:35 to play here in OT. Pine-Richland in no hurry. Lane keep away. Baciopoli. Runner in the lane. Bucket and the foul for Grant.
And that might be the icing on the cake, Matt. I never want to say never, but
oh yeah, I don't know.
This has
North
been such a
Hills is
roller
going
coaster.
to need one, but Baciopoli at the charity stripe, trying to extend this lead here for the Rams, and he does. 3-point play, 6-point game. North Hills not in desperation mode this second, but they know they need a bucket.
Time is not their friend.
Sandbacher, Polero through everybody, rims out, rebound Kastner. timeout taken Pine-Richland prior to anything happening along the baseline. The Rams call a timeout. They have the basketball and the lead, 64-58.
That was a great time to call a timeout there.
Yeah.
Coach Petcash bailed his team out there because they were in a tough spot down there on their own baseline.
North Hills has been in some overtime heartbreakers this year. They lost to Shaler 79-74 in overtime. They lost to Seneca Valley. This is their third straight overtime game, by the way. They lost to Seneca Valley 44-43 in overtime, and then lost to Baldwin 61-58 in double overtime. 3 straight OT games, and their 4th of the season.
Well, they might be run down here. Takes a lot, takes a toll. You know, that volume, back-to-back games.
This is Pine-Richland's 3rd overtime game of the season. Both of the other 2 are losses. Loss to Woodland Hills by 1, 44-43, and a loss to Fox Chapel, 66-60. But not here. One of these things needed to give. Both of these teams had not won an overtime game.
Well, somebody's getting lucky tonight.
Inbound. Spacciapoli gets it back over. Pressured. Spacciapoli gets it over in time. Avoids the 10 seconds. Moy off the window too hard. Rebound loose and a foul. And it will be against the Rams. Zach Kenny picks up the foul. Kenny's first. Kenny takes a breather. Julian Hensel into the game for the Rams. North Hills gets it over to Long. Polero.
They need to hurry up here.
Polero's just trying to get the bucket, and he does it. He gets blocked away, and Pine-Richland comes away with it. Moy led it ahead to Catalano. Misses the layup. Rebound, Rams. Catalano gets the rebound back, and a double dribble will send it back to North Hills with 19 seconds to play.
Well, although they didn't get a bucket, they ran some time off the clock. Pine-Richland.
No doubt. 2-possession game, that matters. Polero hands it off Long. Long returns the favor off a screen. Polero tries the 3 over the backboard. And it will be Pine-Richland basketball with 10 seconds. It looks like the Rams trying to get Zach Kenny back into the game. They do. And a quick foul with 8 seconds.
Well, North Hills had a hot streak going for the whole 3rd quarter and for most of the 4th.
Yes.
But it seems like that streak has run out here, Matt.
And you know, I think this game is almost indicative of these 2 teams' seasons.
Yes.
Where when both of these teams, I said it earlier, had a chance to win, and they've let the other team back in it.
Right.
And
nobody wanted to win it.
No, in a lot of ways. But then when your back's against the wall and then you get that fight back in you, and then a guy like Zach Kenny hits the game-tying 3 to send this into overtime, and the Rams put the finishing touches on it. Eight seconds, 65-58. Throwing an off-balance shot there by Schanbacher, and the Pine-Richland Rams win in overtime, 65-58. And get the win on home court in OT. move to 4-7 in this gauntlet of Section 1 and 6A. And they do it in front of all the youth fans here on Youth Night.
Well, that certainly made it a lot more interesting, the race for the playoffs. Now there's, 3 or 4 teams within a game of each other, and each and every single one of these games until the playoffs makes it that more important.
Grant Spacchiapoli will join us for our Player of the Game interview. Grant, congratulations getting a win here. That had to feel good to find a way to get this one.
Yeah, for sure. Coming off the 3 overtime losses before this, it kind of going into the overtime period, when it got there, it was kind of just like, it's time. We're due, so let's go get it.
You've had so many close games. I mean, 7 of your 12 losses, 10 points or less. Do you finally feel like you guys are starting to break through and get on the other side of these?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we know what we're capable of. We know how many guys we have that can go and score and defend and make great passes, rebound. We can play the game. I mean, at some point, it was just going to happen. So, and I think tonight we put it all together. First quarter to fourth quarter, bell to bell.
It felt like in the first half that you guys were going to run away with this thing, and then North Hills came out strong in the second half. You guys scratched and clawed your way back into it. What was the message or the mood really in the huddle there in the fourth quarter as it felt like you guys were losing this when you needed to come back into this?
Yeah, I mean, we preface a lot the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. We came out pretty slow in those first 3 minutes. That's kind of been our kryptonite all season. So there was some type of anger and built up aggression in that fourth quarter that we're not going to let this slip away out of our hands. I mean, this is a big game. We needed it to try and continue our run and try and get in the playoffs. So once we were there, it was kind of like, we need this one. Let's go get it.
There's a reason why the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror. Do you feel that way on if you guys can get into the postseason, you guys can make a run?
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I mean, it's just straight positive thoughts from here on out. We're going to try and get it these next few games. We got some good teams coming up on our schedule, but like you said, the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror, so let's go get it. Let's get some wins.
Grant, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Go Rams.
All right, Grant Spacchiapoli joins us as our player of the game. Congratulations to him. And I feel like, you know what, whether you're Pennsylvania or in Ohio, you appreciated his effort tonight.
Yeah, he was a great all-around player on both ends of the floor, and so was Polero for North Hills. A great battle on both ends for both teams. There's a lot to fight for, and I'm excited for the playoffs.
It certainly will add to it as we get closer and closer to basketball's second season and the postseason. And a big one here tonight. Pine-Richland keeps those hopes alive. 65-58 over North Hills. And for all of us here at JRM, for Johnny Patrician and our entire JRM production crew, thanks so much for watching this presentation of our Steel City High School Hoops Game of the Week. Pine-Richland gets it done in thrilling fashion, 65-58 over North Hills. Until next time, everybody, I'm Matt Forgo saying thanks so much for watching. And Mom, I love you. Keep fighting.